Hi, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to join us. We're hoping that this is going to be an informative and interactive session for you on the subject of creativity and leading for creativity. And I wanted just to talk to what this looks like in practice when your personal, your authenticity, your values are sometimes challenged and then also brought to life through creative work. So how your leadership and your personal experience influences that. And some of you, no doubt, have probably, you will know P&G for sure, but you may know Marc Pritchard, who's the Chief Brand Officer. And I want to see him talk to Katie Couric and also to John Legend about race and issues and stereotyping and how Procter & Gamble is trying to reimagine creativity. The most interesting thing for me about that was that he confessed that he had is half Mexican and had been adopted when he was younger. And rather than being called Marc Pritchard, his given name was actually Nicky Gonzalez. And after he was adopted, he changed his name to his new white Caucasian father's name, which is Pritchard. And then as he started to go through the education system and then into work, he decided to change his name, to keep his surname, which was now Pritchard, but to use the name Marc Pritchard. And he said that he had seen a campaign that Tide had run during Hispanic Heritage Month, which was called Wash Away Labels, and showed labels for Hispanics that are often given, that are negative. And he said, this quote here, that it was a profound moment for him because he realized that he had a choice as a leader to lean into that for himself and to acknowledge who he was and what he stood for, or as he said, to slink away. And he decided to step up. And I found that really powerful and engaging and for me, it then really informs a lot of the work that he's driving personally at Procter & Gamble in terms of the creative work. And so he was joined by, as I say, John Legend and Katie Couric to talk about what Procter & Gamble is doing to challenge gender norms, racial prejudice and stereotypes. And I just wanted to call out a little bit of the work here, which is interesting. So this just launched yesterday, actually, this campaign in the States. It's called, and the website is there, Talk About Bias. And bias is a really interesting topic because I think the more we look at these things around authenticity, around perspective, around openness, all things that we need for creativity, we have to ask ourselves, not am I biased, but what biases do I have? Mm-hmm. And really then just to think about how that affects everything from who we hire to where we shop, what brands we buy, all of it. And so I found this work quite shocking, and it'd be interesting, have a look at the work and see what you think. But this campaign's called The Look, and I found it quite shocking in terms of racial biases. But it was interesting because John Legend was on stage and he said he saw his whole own life experience reflected in these spots. And this one, The Look, is about it charts the course of a black man through the day with his son and how he's looked at and how many times he kind of has to overcome a look which is, not always positive. And that made me challenge my own biases around, I don't even think that spot's real. So it was interesting. I love to quote Jay-Z when you say you could have been anywhere tonight, today, and you were here with us. So thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.